Hey everybody, it's Nelson with Creekwood.aquatics. And today's unboxing day. Did a really small fish order. The goal of this fish order was just to get a couple fish to stock some of the tanks in here, but mostly to bring in some more coral. We're doing an event in May 3rd called Reef Fest, and we just want to make sure that we have enough corals to stock that event. So that's why we made a big push. And I think that, yep, this is my coral box right here. So you fell off your plug. These little bird's nests, these Stylopora keep, Bacillopora, they keep coming off of their bases. And I got to keep regluing them. That looks interesting. This looks like another Galaxia. Here's another one that came off. they keep coming off of their little plugs. Not a big deal. I'll have my wife bring me some super glue on the way home. Another stylo. Yeah, since these don't present too well on camera, I'll just I'll get these guys in their tank after their dip. Get these guys dipped, and we'll call it a day. Should be we'll worry about that in a minute. Here we go. This is what I want to see. Not a ton of stuff, but some good stuff. Plants. Very cute. Continue adding to my plant diversity. All right. This is a real show now. I already see this big boy. That's a large green phantom pleco. That looks really good. Got more cardinal tetras. They're gonna hang out over here. Get those guys floating. Told you it was a really small fish order this week. We got two datinoids. So one datinoid over here. One more over here. Looks like he popped the bag. These guys are gonna live with the Brilliensis. Here we go. Corals are currently going through their dip. Not seeing a lot come off of them. That's a really good sign. All right, everybody's in. Let's take a look. We got all our new little cardinal tetras in. They look really sharp. Got a ton of new plants, like the 4-leaf clover. These guys right here. Got more hair grass. Another clover in the back. I gotta fix this, but we got baby tears. Monte Carlo over there. I think this one in back's Anubias nana. Corals in the second. We got a big old green phantom. Oh, that right there. He's very tiny. I think he's gonna have a hard time with these Brilliances, so we're probably going to end up moving him. Probably ended up moving him up here with the rainbows. And then look at all the corals. Look, our coral collection is actually growing. Got an acro over there. This is supposed to be Black Forest digitata, some type of bird's nest. I have to identify what type of chalices those are. Let's take a look too from upstairs. I figured this out yesterday. If I just put my hand over the light, that clears it up big time. So we got a blasto with 3 heads. We got our big blasto heads right here. I think that's another Favia. I think that's an Irish Spring because I have another. There's my big Irish Spring right there. Fruity Pebble Montiporas, Sophastria, Weirdo Chalice. Really impressed with these little Duncan heads right here. I've been feeding those every day. We have some more. Another type of encrusting coral over here. Got those guys. And I got the Galaxia. So there's a mother of all Galaxia. There's another Galaxia. And this one, I'm still waiting for it to come out. Let's see. See my hammers? That hammer's about to split into 2 heads. And then there's another hammer over here. So I'm probably going to frag this guy up. And then there's one of my rainbow anemones split inside. So I brought it out here and bring it to the shop. And then here's another one of those acros. So all in all, this makes me feel really good because it makes me feel like I'm starting to accomplish the goal that I wanted to running this fish room. So we have a ton of nice corals now. We have some very unique fish. We got some plants. Got mystery snails. We got the fish that everybody wants, the bread and butter. Next thing I got to do is just focus on my African cichlid order. Probably try to bring in about 50 of those. And then, of course, I have all the staples that have been here for so long. They just keep breeding. Got my red tuxedo babies, yellow cobra. These are the kois, albino koi. 24 carat. I got one more breeding trio. And then I have my black phantoms, red serpes. I think there's 2 more black skirts. And I think there's another pleco in here. And of course, my sorority of betas. So all in all, it makes me really happy to see this tiny little room continue to produce, continue to grow, continue to be messy in some places. Got to finish that water change. I've been putting it off for too long. I've drained this water 50% so I could refill it, and I just haven't. And yeah, right now I have an opportunity to get 2 45-gallon pre-drilled aquariums, and I believe they'll fit on this stand. So I think we're going to break the 55 down. We'll pop the new tank on this stand. We'll move this stand over here. We're going to rebuild the freshwater stand 3 tiers high. We're still going to leave room for a low boy over here, possibly 2 low boys stacked up. And then that's going to be it for this version of the fish room. The rest of this mess, when I clear this up, that's going to be dry goods. And we're going to do dry goods over here. And I have to move my beta wall, which is now broken down. All the betas are now in individual tanks. But the new beta rack is going to go up here. And it's going to be a recirculating system. So it's going to give them more filtration, and it'll be happier betas. Anyways, this is Nelson with Creekwood.aquatics. I'll see you soon.